Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing Shilajit. Right here I have Nootropics Depot. They only have one version of Shilajit. It's the Prima V Purified Shilajit 250 milligram capsules. Stick around to the end of the video because Shilajit, I believe, is a pretty good testosterone booster. Gives you energy, but stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to let you know how it actually affected me fully in the end. It might kind of surprise you. I've been using Shilajit for about 3 weeks now, consistently, I would say. I started off with taking one of the Nootropics Depot 250 milligram capsules in the morning, right when I woke up before I went to the gym. And I have to say, it affected me pretty well. It gave me a lot of energy, almost like newfound energy that I didn't know that I had in my body. It made me feel really like awake and alert. At the gym, a lot of times, even with taking my pre-workout, you guys know, if you take pre-workout for a while, it doesn't really hit you the same. So I would kind of be dragging myself to the gym, feeling kind of tired. But with the Shilajit, I actually felt a lot more awake and alert. And it was pretty long lasting. Off one of those 250 milligram capsules, I would feel it well into when I went into work at night. So in the morning, I do everything I need to do. I go to the gym, I get ready, I eat, and then I'm a bartender. So I have to do an 8-hour shift starting sometimes at like 7 p.m. I'll go into the bar and I'll be there till like 3 a.m. at times. And a lot of the times when I first started using Shilajit, for about the first 2 weeks, I felt energized from the start of the day before I went to the gym early in the morning to even coming home late at night. Shilajit is touted as this energy enhancer, and almost, they tote it kind of as like a testosterone booster as well. My opinion on it, they say that they have a lot of trace minerals in it. They say Shilajit comes from a mountain. I guess the story goes, somewhere in the Himalayan mountains, these villagers, like thousands of years ago, noticed that the monkeys around the area would be like eating this dark tar that came from the mountain, and they'd just be super wired. They'd be going around getting intimate. The female and the male monkeys, they just were like super geeked all the time, and they wondered, why is this happening? So they ate some of the tar, which was actually Shilajit, and they noticed that they had like a lot more energy increase. This is said to come from because Shilajit has a lot of like trace minerals that come from like deep in the ground, deep in the mountains, that have like developed over time. So that's supposed to be really good for you, because I guess as humans and our current modern day diet, we don't get many of like the good trace minerals such as like zinc, boron, things like that. And Shilajit is touted to have a lot of them within it. So it definitely is like an energy enhancer. As far as a testosterone booster, disclaimer, I didn't get my blood tested before, I didn't get my blood work done before, but I will say things that come with testosterone boosters, heightened energy, performance in the gym, a lot of times are correlated to higher testosterone levels. So I did have very high energy levels for the first 2 weeks of using Shilajit, but one thing that I will have to say, and this might come as kind of a shock to most people. So after my initial 2 weeks of using Shilajit, one thing I noticed throughout that time was that I was getting terrible, horrendous sleep quality. So when I would sleep at night, I would sleep for about 6-7 hours. Also off Shilajit, I didn't need as much sleep as I usually would need. So usually I try to get like 8-9 hours of sleep minimum a night. With Shilajit, I'd be sleeping 6 or 7 hours and waking up naturally at like the 7-hour mark. But I did notice that although I needed less sleep and I kind of woke up kind of a little bit jolted, that geeked feeling that you get off of it, I could tell I wasn't getting as much of a good quality of sleep. Because of that, that was a little bit of a negative. And the thing that I noticed, like in my 3rd week, the last couple of days of using Shilajit, I think I had actually become addicted to it. So if I went a day without using Shilajit, or even just using my normal 250 milligrams, sometimes I will up it to 2 of the capsules, so 500 milligrams of Shilajit, and I would still be feeling like dead tired throughout the day. And that's the thing that really put me off it, because I think I had been growing a tolerance to it, and I actually became addicted to it to the point where like I would wake up in the morning and I would feel like an absolute zombie, no energy in my body. And the only thing that could kind of resurrect me and save me would be if I took 2 or 3 of the Shilajit capsules. So anything that kind of gives you like a bit of a boost in energy, there's a saying that there's no free lunch. My conclusion from Shilajit came that since it was giving me so much energy in the beginning, it came to the point where like my body wasn't naturally producing that energy itself after a while, to the point where I became almost dependent and addicted to Shilajit. So although in the beginning it was really good for like a honeymoon period, I had so much energy, I feel like I could just be going all day. I needed less sleep, I would wake up feeling energized. At the end of the 3-week mark, if I didn't take Shilajit and way more than I originally started taking, I would feel like such a zombie. And even when I would take like 3 or 4 of the pills, of the capsules, I still felt just like terrible, no energy in my body. My final rating on Nootropics Depot Shilajit is I would actually recommend against it, and I wouldn't recommend anybody to take it. Specifically for the fact in my case was that I became addicted and kind of dependent on it. And towards the end, if I didn't take it, even if I did take it, I still had no energy in my body. So from here on out, I'm only going to use Shilajit like in like a pinch. Say if I need to get something done, I have a deadline, I have a lot of work to do, I just need a bunch of energy, and I say if I don't have anything, no energy drinks around the house, something like that, I can take 2 or 3 of those and it'll feel like something maybe akin to like maybe Adderall or Vyvanse, but it's natural, you know, it comes from the earth. So that's the only thing that I would recommend people to use Shilajit on. It's like a case by case basis. Don't become like dependent on it. Don't use it every day, daily, like how I did, because I believe in the end it will actually have like some bad results. If you guys have used Shilajit, please drop down in the comments how it affected you. Was it good? Are you using it long term? I always like to know if people can use some of these supplements long term, because for this, 3 weeks and that was it. I literally had to stop taking it. So let me know you guys' experiences with it. If you liked the video, please leave a like, drop a comment. My name is Alton. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll be coming out with more videos soon. So